This is the TopGolf in Las Vegas, one of the biggest TopGolf out there today. So if you are in Las Vegas, you want to play some golf, gather time with friends and families, this is the pricing. So it can range between $40 to $90 per hour for a group of, I believe, 9 or less. So with this, you do have 3 floors that you can play on. So first, second, third. The third floor is limited to players 12 and up. So children under 12 with the family can only play on level 1 and 2. And I'll show you the whole setup here. So from first view, looks like your traditional TopGolf layout with these booths. So the view is absolutely nice, but check out this. There's a pool. So there's actually a couple pools on the second and third level. And you also have private lounge, multiple bars on different levels. So plenty of places to purchase drinks and sit at the bar and chat with your friends if you don't want to play any golf and you want to get away from the group and just have conversation with your partner or friend. You can do that. There's a place for kids to play as well on the ground floor. Second floor does have this nice infinity pool as well as the third floor. So you do have an overview of the strip from all angles, from the pool as well as where you play golf. During daytime, you don't see as much light. At nighttime, it looks absolutely amazing when you're hitting the golf ball towards the strip. So here's a pool, decent sized pool, and this is a heated pool. Right now, there is no one here because it's well into the early morning, and people are just out here just having some fun, playing some golf, having a quick drink, some snacks. So lots of place to lounge. You can see there are high tables everywhere. So there's a big screen on the opposite end from facing the strip that you can watch while you're in the pool, just relaxing. We're going to take a look at some private lounge here where you can also hit some golf balls. So here are the private lounge, huge space, and you have your own privacy. It's enclosed, so during this cold, windy evening, this is probably the place you want to be. Is heated, so you have access here, and there looks to be 3 to 4 of these enclosed lounge. You do have a shower in case if you use the pool, you can rinse yourself up, and a bathroom towards the end here as well. So everything looks to be well kept, clean, organized, lots of staff running around, walking around. So there's really no place here that I can find that has nothing to do. So there's a lot of things to do here, not just playing golf. You can have a drink in the pool, have a snack in the pool, lounge around, have kids play in the play area on the first floor. But you can see everything is upkept, looks brand new, even though it's been here for a few years. It's still upkept and well maintained. The price here again between $40 to $90 depending on the day and time. So certain time is higher during peak time. Here are high stool tables, bar stool, and bar table. Overseeing the strip there, you can see the dome right there, and it absolutely looks nice at night with all the lights up, of course. And of course, the price is higher during the evening time. So if you're looking for time to get away from the strip, spend time with some friends and family, up to I believe 9 people here per hour, so $40 to $90. Not bad. You split that up with the adults, of course. And there's other lounge here, tables, as well as booth that you can sit and relax. And they also have an enclosed lounge, which I'll show you in a second here on the third floor. So TVs everywhere, you see your scoreboard. Nothing is broken, every lane is working. So I'm really amazed that they kept this up. So here's the enclosed lounge, beautiful lounge. This is where the bathroom is at for the third floor. you're wondering. And there's obviously an elevator as well as staircase. And here's some sofas. You can watch TV and just have a nice getaway from the noise outside. So this is again enclosed, heated, room temperature, and there's a chandelier. This takes you all the way down to the second floor, and first floor you take the stairs down. So if you have parties on the third or first floor, definitely a place to be. What's also neat here is that you don't need a car. You can get this Zoot to take you back to the Strip, which is a similar robo-taxi equivalent from Amazon. So if you're not familiar with Zoot, they are doing trial runs right now in Las Vegas. So these are free to use right now. And how it works is you basically just download the app, request a ride for a dedicated location for pickup, and they have a pilot vehicle that usually comes through first, and then the Zoot full EV 140 kilowatt battery that can run up to 16 hours. So in local street, of course. And it looks small, but it's actually really big inside. You can sit 4 full grown-ups in here. It also have child safety latch for child seat. And once you get in, you push on the screen there. Each seat has its own screen to close the door. You only use the phone app to open the door when it arrives. Just make sure the license plate matches with that on your app before you try to open it with your app. And then it asks you to put on your seatbelt and then hit start the ride on the display. It's very roomy in here. The material feels premium. Just getting inside this Zoot just feels like you're in a very refined, futuristic vehicle. And that's coming from a Tesla owner. And that's saying something. The ride is really smooth. It has this nice material throughout the cabin. You have this screen on top with this emergency light, and you have ambient lighting, map light for each seat. There's windows around. You have this nice mesh finish on the headrest, and you have emergency latch on the side here in case you need to escape this vehicle. So there's a manual latch as well, very visible for when you need to get out. So when you reserve this Zoot ride, it's only dedicated for yourself and your 3 passenger. You cannot have more than 3 passenger. It won't move. So just keep that in mind. Don't try to shove in 4+ passenger in here. And you have your map lights on top here as well as here. And if you stay tuned for the entire video, we also did a recording during the nighttime, and there's quite some nice ambient lighting inside this Zoot. So on the display, you can control other things outside of just, finding out when you're going to arrive to your destination. You can turn up and down the volume, switch music, you can select your own genre, and you can skip, pause, or just have a silent ride completely. You can also control your climate control, which is amazing. So you have an auto, you can adjust the fan mode and the temperature. So very easy to use. You also have 2 cup holders on each side and a wireless phone charger that you can just place your phone on and it will charge. Depends on what case you have. You do have 2 USB-C on each side and an armrest. So you have your emergency latch for your safety latch, that is for your child seat, and there's your 2 USB-C plug that you can just plug in if you don't have a wireless or MagSafe phone. So the ride itself is very comfortable. It goes 40+ miles per hour and you have a good view. Again, each seat have its own display and you can control it independently. You have this nice sun, I guess it's like a moonroof, and you can see throughout the strip, Las Vegas Strip here as you pull up. It does have multiple drop-off location. The problem right now with this is not that it's free, there's nothing wrong with the ride. It's very smooth. It does smart things going around slower vehicle or parked vehicle, even emergency vehicle, which we will show later in this video how it did that nighttime with a reverse park ambulance. And it tells you when you're expected to arrive, including real-time arrival, but the departure is where is currently still working on. So expect to wait 45 plus minutes for one of this zoo right now. It's very popular because it's free. However, highly recommend checking it out if you're in Las Vegas. They are expanding this out to other city, so check out zoot.com. But as you see here, it pulls up to the lobby drop-off center for New York, and it picked us up from TopGolf. So it will also take you to other areas outside the strip, such as Area 15. So just plan your time accordingly. If you expect to stay at a certain location 1 hour or more, plan to book a Zoot back within that 45 minutes. It might take 1 hour. For us, it ranges between 30 minutes to 1 hour wait time, depending on the time of day. So if you're booking this at peak hour, it can go up 1 hour plus. Keep that in mind if you need to go somewhere. But the best part is just the experience. So check it out. Again, it's seamless. We did not run into any incident. We rode it multiple times at daylight as well as in the evening. It does run on a limited window. Right now it's between 10 or 11 a.m. to approximately 8 or 9 p.m. And again, don't confuse this with the pilot vehicle that leads these Zoot into the pickup area. So if you see another vehicle that is a gasoline vehicle that doesn't look like this, it's definitely a pilot. And to get out the vehicle, once you arrive, you hit on the display, it pops open the automatic door, which is really nice. Unlike other taxi or whatever vehicle you take, you have to manually open. So that is automatically closing. Compared to the Cybertruck side, it's actually, it looks small, but it's the size of, I would say, a Toyota RAV4 or even a X3. It's very well designed. It doesn't look bulky. Here's the pilot vehicle again, leading the trail of the Zoot electric vehicle. They come in, usually they come in pairs to pick up passenger, and you can see it looks good. It stands out. It actually is very functional. It has four-wheel steer, so the rear steer as well, so it can maneuver around vehicle easily. And you can see here, there's an ambulance that is unfortunately here for a patient, but it's able to get around that.
When I open the door,
issue. You can see the four-wheel turn here, and the automatic door is really nice. You really don't need to touch anything other than tap go on the display after you tap shut the door. So once you get in the Zoot itself, the door will automatically close. So you only have to open it from the app, and it reminds you to put your seatbelt on. Once you have your seatbelt on, it will detect that and ask you to press to start the ride. Once you start the ride, it will safely signal out. And at nighttime, the difference here, as you can see here, the Starlight headliner. So it makes the cabin more welcoming, not overwhelming, so it doesn't have those crazy blue, purple, light ambient all around, but just a nice subtle ambient lighting on the bottom of each armrest and the footwells, as well as the Starlight headliner from front to back. And you can see here as it pulls out very smoothly at night as well. So it does use camera as well as LiDAR and other sensor. No issue that we ran into. Is able to maneuver in Las Vegas traffic during the light traffic hours to the very busy hours in the evening during the holidays, and you can still see the adjustment stays the same daytime or nighttime. You can adjust the temperature, the music, the sound. You won't be able to turn off all the ambient lighting or adjust the brightness, but that's okay. It's very subtle. You have a nice view of the strip here as it pull out. It goes around other vehicles as well. It doesn't follow each other as you think. Although there's a pilot vehicle, I think that's more for safety and studying how zoots perform in certain condition. But you can see there's another zoot on the right that this one we're in went around because it's making a right turn, going through a different path. So this drives almost throughout the entire strip in Las Vegas. It does go outside of the strip itself, as I mentioned earlier, to TopGolf. In addition, it goes to Area 15, so certain drop off. Certain location for pickup and drop off includes Conrad, and it goes all the way down to Luxor, and that is the extent between the length of the Las Vegas Strip. So now it's arriving, lots of traffic here, other taxi, and other people waiting. And the door will open as we press it, and we are leaving. And now we're leaving in the Tesla with FSD, and it's almost as smooth as the Zoot, surprisingly. So if you're interested in more, subscribe, and we'll post additional video on the Zoot in upcoming uploads. Thanks for watching. Catch you all next time.